The following presentation is brought to you by our sponsor, Smunchy Games. Please visit our sponsor at www.smunchygames.com. You can purchase Pokemon plushies, beanies, and Pokecrate boxes at that website. Please enter Tesla at checkout. That's Tesla, T-E-S-L-A, all lowercase letters. You have 5% off of your purchase. SmunchyGames.com. Hey, what's going on, Mousetrap? It is Tesla Mouse here, bringing you an OU tier watch battle against SThurston14, a newer viewer on my stream, and we took each other on in OU a few days ago. He's running a Mega Charizard team, as am I, so let's go over our teams real quick. He has Starmie, a Mega Charizard, Sylveon, Skarmory, Scolipede, and Chestnut. On my team, I have Rotom-Wash, Laius, Hippowdon, Clefable, and Bisharp, as well as Mega Charizard X. One thing I do have to watch out for is making sure he does not get the speed boost successfully baton pass into Charizard, if it is a Charizard X, because that could be deadly for us. Essentially, he would have a D-Dance set without the attack boost, and no one wants to deal with a +1 speed Charizard X. Skarmory could be a Stealth Brush setter, Chestnut could be a Spike setter, the Scolipede could have Toxic Spikes as well, and Starmie is most likely his entry hazard remover. Starmie could have Defog as well, but it's highly unlikely. So what I basically want to do here is keep Rotom-Wash in good enough health to deal with the Skarmory, the Scolipede, and even the Starmie. I do want Hippowdon to be in as good health as possible to deal with the Charizard and the Charizard X. As far as Charizard Y goes, I'm going to have Latias for that one. So with that being in mind, guys, let's get right to the battle against SThurston14. I'm going to lead off with Rotom-Wash. My opponent is going to lead off with Starmie, and I'm going to go for a Volt Switch because there's honestly no reason not to. He's obviously not going to keep Starmie in on a Volt Switch, so he's going to switch right on to Ribbons to Sylveon. So Volt Switch will do very little damage to it, and I'm going to switch Rotom-Wash out and go right into Checkmate the Bisharp here to hopefully threaten the Sylveon out. Now I'm going to take a risky, make a risky play and go for a knockoff and try to get rid of an item if it potentially switches in. He's going to switch the Sylveon out and go right into his Nutcracker, the Chestnut here. Unfortunately, my Bisharp does knock off its item, which is a Rocky Helmet. I'm going to hard switch Checkmate the Bisharp out and go right into Latias X, expecting a Flame type attack maybe. And my opponent's going to go for a Leech Seed, which is going to actually sap some health from my Latias. Latias takes some damage from Leech Seed, and I'm going to hard switch my Latias X out and go right into Clefable. While the Clefable is out, my opponent does go switch out his Chestnut for Apache the Skarmory. Now this is a very bad situation for me because Skarmory and Clefable is really awkward matchup because I don't have Flamethrower on Clefable. So go for a T-Wave on Skarmory. I'm going to go for Moonblast, hoping that maybe he'll Whirlwind or Roar my Clefable out. But that is not going to be the case here. So keep going for like a few more turns of Moonblast. He's going to get fully paralyzed a few more turns, and Moonblast hits the third time. The Skarmory's going to take some chip damage from the Moonblast and keep him paralyzed, and a fourth Moonblast is going to hit the Skarmory. And I'm still hoping I'll go for like Roar or something, but sadly, he goes for Roost instead. So now I'm like, this is pointless. I'm just going to switch right into Rotom-Wash here. Now comes Rotom-Wash. My opponent is going to switch into his Sylveon. I'm going to go right for Volt Switch. I'm going to nope the fuck out of there because I don't want Rotom-Wash to take any damage from Sylveon. So I do go for a Volt Switch after the leftovers animation concludes. So Volt Switch hits Sylveon for minimal damage. Because again, Sylveon is specially defensive, and out comes Clefable here, as my opponent will go for Hyper Voice, and that will do about 30% to Clefable. So Sylveon gets hit with leftovers, and I'm going to set up a Calm on here. I'm not sure why I decided to do that, considering he had a Scolipede in the back. But out comes Caterpillar the Scolipede, and I'm like, oh shit, this is probably not the best idea for me. So after Clefable gets a +1 or 2, courtesy of Calm Line, I'm going to hard switch it out. and go to Can't Touch Me to Hippowdon. And my opponent is going to go for a Poison Jab on it. It's going to take some Rocky Helmet damage on it. So after Hippowdon takes some rock damage, Poison Jab is going to hit it. Going to do very little damage. Basically barely 10 damage. His Scolipede gets his speed boost up. He's going to hard switch his Scolipede out, and he's going to go right to Nutcracker the Chestnut as I do hard switch myself and go to Rotom Wash. Now, I want to go into Latias X, but I didn't want to risk it making an oddball playing for Mega Horn. Just to get some neutral damage off on Hippowdon. We go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is going to burn the Chestnut. Chestnut goes for a Leech Seed, which is going to sap away some health from my Rotom Wash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Volt Switch out, try going to Latias X. Chestnut's going to get healed with Leech Seed, then take some burn damage. So after the Volt Switch, which Chestnut is not going to take much damage from at all, my Latias X will come out, and he's going to actually go for a Leech Seed on the switch, because he predicted that accurately, actually. So Leech Seed hits the Latias, so sap away some health from my Latias. I believe I do go for a Defog here to clear away the rocks that the Skarmory previously set. So he's going to hard switch his Chestnut out. He's going to go right into Ribbons of Sylveon. Oh no, I do go for a Defog, so there goes the rocks. Sylveon is going to get some health back thanks to the Leech Seed damage, and Leech Seed is going to take its toll on Latias some more, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to do at this point. So Latias is about half health almost. Going to hard switch Latias X out, going to go into Chicago the Charizard, as my opponent is going to go for the Heal Bell, which will clear away the burn from Chestnut, and it will also clear away the paralysis from Skarmory. So if you go for a D-Dance, I'm not going to Mega Evolve because Charizard X becomes part Mega, and Heavy Voice will hit for neutral. My Heavy Voice is going to do not very effective damage to my Charizard X. And I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution this time and go for a Tough Claws boosted Flare Blitz, which is going to obliterate the Sylveon at +1. The Sylveon is destroyed. I'm guessing he did not want to switch anything else into a +1 Flare Blitz, so out comes his Skarmory. Then we go for yet another Flare Blitz and obliterate that Skarmory. In my opinion though, he might have been better off just sending out the Skarmory, but Charizard X is going to faint after destroying 2 Mons, Sylveon and Skarmory. So out comes my Rotom Wash, out comes his Charizard as well, and it's time for the moment of truth. He is a Charizard X, so at least my Charizard X won't have to lose a speed tie to it, like yesterday's battle. So he goes for a D-Dance, and I'm like, ah, oh, fuck my life. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch here, which is going to hit the Charizard X for not very effective damage. And Rotom Wash gets sent out. Out comes Can't Touch Me with Hippowdon, and I'm hoping that he's going to go for a Flare Blitz, so yeah. My opponent's going to go for a Flare Blitz here, and basically do a lot of damage to Hippowdon. After the recoil and the rocket damage, Earthquake is going to finish off. The reason why I did not go for Slackout is in case he decided to step another Dragonite, even though there logically wouldn't be a reason for him to, but I just want to be safe here. So out comes Caterpillar the Scolipede. Caterpillar the Scolipede is going to go for Earthquake, and that's going to knock out the remainder of Hippowdon's HP. Caterpillar gets healed with the Black Sludge and then gets a speed boost. I'm going to go to Whisk Me Away the Rotom Wash. He's going to withdraw his Caterpillar the Scolipede and go right to Nutcracker the Chestnut, expecting a Volt Switch. But I do go for a Will-O-Wisp instead since there's no reason not to. And Chestnut is basically crippled now. I'm going to hard switch my Rotom Wash, or I'm going to go for Volt Switch rather, on the Chestnut, doing not very effective damage to it. And I'm going to send out my Clefable here, and my opponent is going to go for a Leech Seed. The reason why I sent out Clefable this time is because I figured he would go for a Leech Seed on the incoming Lottie switch. So Clefable gets healed with leftovers, and Chestnut is taking some damage. His Chestnut gets withdrawn, and out comes Caterpillar the Scolipede, and I do go for a Thunder Wave predicting that. There's no reason why he would not switch Scolipede on a Clefable, so I've got the process. I cripple the Scolipede for the time being, and Scolipede gets healed with the Black Sludge. I'm going to hard switch Clefable out. I'm going to go right into Whisk Me Away the Rotom Wash. And my opponent is going to go for a Sword Dance, and I'm like, oh god, this is not good at all, is it? Unfortunately, Scolipede will be slower than Rotom Wash due to the paralysis. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch on Scolipede. It does about 45%. Rotom Wash gets withdrawn, and out comes Checkmate the Bisharp. And my opponent is going to go for a Mega Horn, and that's going to destroy Bisharp right there. So Bisharp is knocked out. Scolipede gets healed with the Black Sludge. He's going to get Speed Boost. Still going to be faster than many of my Pokemon. Now comes Latias X. He's going to withdraw a Caterpillar here and go right into Nutcracker the Chestnut, basically to sack it off. As my Elias does go for a side shock, and that will KO it. Now Chestnut is down. Elias will take some Life Orb recall. Out comes Patrick with Starmie. I'm going to withdraw my Elias, and I'm going to go right to Whisk Me Away Rotom Wash, expecting an Ice Beam. He does go for the Ice Beam. Unfortunately, it does not freeze Rotom Wash. It does take Life Orb damage though, so that tells you this is an offensive Starmie and not a leftovers bulky set. He goes for a second, and that's going to knock my Rotom Wash down to 31 HP, and my Rotom Wash is going to go for a Volt Switch. That's going to knock Starmie down to about red health. So out goes Rotom Wash, in comes Clefable. Clefable is going to get healed with some leftovers recovery. My opponent's going to withdraw Starmie. He's going to go right into Caterpillar here, as I do believe I go for a Moonblast. Moonblast is not going to do too much to the Caterpillar, the Scolipede. Scolipede is going to get healed with Black Sludge. If not for the Black Sludge, I would have went for a second Moonblast to hopefully take it out, but I overall did not see that as worth it. I'm going to withdraw Clefable to go right into Whisk Me Away the Rotom Wash, and my opponent is going to go for a Poison Jab, and that will knock it out. There's 2 Pokemon down, or left on each of our sides. Elias X and Clefable for me, Scolipede and Starmie for my opponent. I'm going to switch to Elias X here, then go for the Side Shock to take out the Scolipede, and knock it out. Now, my opponent's going to send out Starmie. I'm going to go for a Draco Meteor here. I'm not going for a Side Shock in case he decides to go for Recover. Go for Ice Beam instead, and knock out Elias X, and the Life Orb Recall will take out Starmie, and that is GG. I feel I really did play my best in this battle. Unfortunately, I was able to pick up the win. Even if I went for a Draco Meteor, my opponent went for Recover and missed the Draco Meteor, then died to Ice Beam from Starmie, I would have been able to win because Clefable could have just went for Thunder Wave and then Moonblast a few times. But either way, my opponent, SThurston14, did play an incredible battle. And actually, he did compete in my recent Small Gun UD tournament on stream, and he did get very far, but you'll see that later on at some point. By the way, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more fantastic weapon battle action, and I will catch you on the flip side. And remember, stay salty, Rage Squares. Stay salty. Whoop whoop!